Why isn't my camera working? Do one of those bad boys, and boom, we're back in action. Absolutely splendid. Okay. So I want to change current game to 004 Super Tennis. Now I want to go watch my own stream to make sure I can be heard. Testing, testing, testing. Seems good. Testing, testing, testing. Let's check the audio levels are adequate. Where's my microphone? There it is. Hello, testing. Okay. Seems to be as good as it's going to get. Shoot. Nothing left to it. So let's move this cable out of the way of the TV so I can see what's going on. And with that achieved, yeah, that's good content. More tea. And pickle wreck. I am the pickle wreck. Alright, one more adjustment. And that's good enough for me. Okay. We're back at it. More 228 games in one from the My Arcade plug and play device. This is the device. You plug it in. You play games. Quick recap from last time. We began with Police vs. Thief. Sucks. Bad game. It was fine. It was playable. Next came Fishing, and that was a bad game. Finally, Primitive Man was the most developed game, I would say, but the level of development was low, and I would not recommend playing it, although I did beat it. Only 3 levels, but it was a somewhat torturous experience, I would say. And I can only hope that Primitive Woman, number 8 there at the bottom, is not just the same game again, or even anything remotely similar to it. But we'll worry about that when we get to it, if we even get to it tonight, because we have a long way to go. And we're starting off with Super... Oops, missed the button. Good start. Super Tennis has become regular old tennis. Is there sound? I have headsets upon headsets. There is sound. Nothing spectacular. Okay. We are playing tennis. Ooh. Now that's interesting. Now when you see select opponent, given any video game controller, what do you expect to be the way in which you would select an opponent? Would you perhaps use the directional pad to move the cursor? Or would you push the B button? Oops. Okay, it's a demo. Hey, this game has a demo mode. That is more than I was expecting. Unfortunately, the demo mode just had a double fault, so it wasn't like they had any, demo gameplay in there. So that sucked. Anywho, to select an opponent, you push the B button, which is very, very strange, but we'll skip with the default person. Oh, whoa, okay, now this is mind-blowing. Not only does the B button cycle through the list of opponents, the A button does the exact same thing. I guess, hey, they really wanted to make sure that they got the start button started the game. Which I will do now. Against default, Ryu looking guy. Once again, the face buttons, both of them do the same thing. I'm not sure if I really needed stars to indicate set numbers when that is also literally written down, but still. Just go for something nice and easy, a one-set match, and I didn't get to choose difficulty, but that's fine because I wanted it on easy anyway. Okay. I'm guessing we don't have a player character. This is like first person. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, not only do we not get a player character, we don't even get a racket. So I don't know how we're supposed to, aim. Okay, I thought tennis would be one of the more simple games. But this is going to take some figuring out. Will we be able to score, not even to score a point, but to simply hit the ball? Only A button serves. Neither of the face buttons appear to do anything once the ball is in play. And I lose. I guess that was only one game, not one set. Okay, here we go. Okay, returning. Let's try pushing the up. Let's try pushing start. Nope, start pauses. Oh! Okay, I pushed a button and it returned it. But I hit the net, and that is a loss. 2 games straight, that's a loss. But it is a moral victory because we managed to hit the ball once. Okay, this is weird. This is very weird. It doesn't seem like you actually... If I hold left, what happens? Okay, maybe you can aim your shots. Let's hold left again. Okay, so you can aim. He's celebrating awful lot, considering it was just 1 point. We are fighting in Wispy Woods from Kirby. Now see that. I push the button. Let's see if the other button does anything. No. This is a 1-button game. And while both buttons did the same thing in the menus, now it's only the A button that does anything. This is really weird. I don't know if there are any other tennis games quite like this, where it's first person, no indication that you even have a racket. Maybe you are the racket. And you just got to push the button and hope that it's in time and in. See that? Oh, okay, wow. Okay. We're down 3-0. Possibly 4-0. I haven't really been keeping track. 3-0. Soon to be 4-0. But we're in the lead. Okay, returning serves. Seems to be better than nothing. Nope, that went out that time. Just pushing the button, not trying to put any spin or direction on it. Again, this computer player is absolutely loving the fact that they can score 8 points. But I think it is just a case of pressing the A button with the correct timing to make it go where you want it to, except then as soon as I say that, of course, it gets sent out. That's another loss. Again, no music. I'm not sure if there are any sound effects. The thing is extremely quiet, and I'm having to chain a bunch of cables together in order to get any sound at all, while also having my headset as the only microphone I have to use. So there's no audio feedback, about hitting. Was that he hit it out? I don't even know. No, I guess not. I guess I hit it out. Even no idea. Not quite sure. Okay, let's not just push the A button. Let's try, hold some directions. Maybe up. We'll do a lob. Doesn't it seem as though the computer can rush the net? Can I rush the net? Don't know. But let's actually learn how to play this game. You know, when you enter into the world of professional sports, you can't expect to win your first game. Even against, you know, what would be described as an easy level opponent. See, they're getting quite emotional. But still, if we can take a game, will we be able to make a 5-game comeback? Who knows? The only chance I'm having now is because the AI is not very good at returning serves. But he did it. I think there might be a tiny bit of sound when you score a point, but nothing in the middle of play. And even that could be imagination. As I said, this entire system is incredibly quiet. Like, I have my television turned up at least twice the maximum volume I would have for any other usage. And I can barely hear it at the best of times. Plus, it's mono. So, you know, that's a whole shit pickle. Oh, I think I just heard some sounds. Yes, there are sounds. Okay, it's just extremely quiet. Okay, okay. Now the audio has somehow appeared, I might be able to do a little bit better. No, it's the answer to that. No, I would not do any better. And that's it. I've lost the tennis. I can pause on the you lose screen. Okay, let's see. Let's check the stats. 35 faults. That doesn't seem right, but I don't know enough about tennis statistics to Okay, well, tell you what is what I'm gonna do. Gonna get myself situated a little bit better. This earphone keeps falling out, so I'm losing sound. Okay, we're back. We're back. Tennis. Stick with Ryu. We can beat Ryu. What difficulty modes do we have? Easy, normal, hard, classic. Setup. Just a quick, easy game. That's all I want to do. Okay, okay. Nope. I mean, it felt as though I was pushing the button at the same time, as always. Okay, let's try hold down. What happens? Nothing. Well, I hit the net. But was that because I tried a drop shot by holding down, or just because the game decided I pushed the button with the wrong timing? Now, I was thinking that we were playing with an audience of 3 people that all had eye patches, but now I think it might just be regular old trees with a chopped off branch, which is much less interesting. But this is just regular old tennis. Again, seemingly arbitrary as to when a return is successful. When the return is even in the bounds of the court just seems to be determined mostly by luck. Boy. I was holding left that time as well. But even if you hold left, sometimes the ball just goes out to the right side of the court. Well. Oh well. That you lose is demoralizing me. I haven't lost. I lost 1 game out of 6. Long way to go. I'm already infinitely better than my last attempt when I didn't get a single game. Even though sometimes I just doesn't hit the ball. Sometimes it just doesn't hit the ball. Sometimes it hits the ball like out of my control, or every time it hits the ball out of my control. I have no actual, control over where I'm hitting the ball at all. But it would be nice to at least be able to like try and aim. But nope, that's not a luxury that is afforded to me in this game. Again, you lose. It's negative. We don't need that. Just get me on to the next game. It's easier to win when you're not serving in this game for some reason. Whoa. Again, ball just... no control. Don't need control. Just need to hit the ball as hard as possible. And it will go out and I'll lose every single point. That's how you become a pro tennis player. Okay. I believe this is our first deuce. We have the advantage. Can we make the crucial break and tie the game up? Yes. Was it due to my supreme player skill? I would say so, but I would be lying. Alright, this is my game. Ooh. Computer hit it out that time. Hey. Not just the me who doesn't have any control over the ball, it seems. Although I do also have no control over the ball. Nice. Okay. We're getting the hang of it. Let's get one right at the edge, see if we can't blast it. Nope. Not quite sure how you blast it, but... okay, well, positive mentality. Positive mentality. It's a mental game more than a physical. And not just because it's a video game and there's virtually no physicality involved. I'm talking about tennis. The back and forth of a rally. It's a game of perseverance and will. Determination is what would decide the victor in this game. And against an easy level opponent, now that I know that the A button returns the ball, I wouldn't say a victory is assured, but it's possible. Okay, it's seeming less possible with every point that I lose. Yep. See, that time pushing the A button to return the ball, the same as every other time I've done it, that time it hit the net. What did I do differently? Nothing at all. Why does, when the computer hit the ball, he absolutely smashes it a million miles an hour? And when I do it, it's a granny rally, so to speak. Don't know. Ooh. Okay, that was on me. That point was on me. I lost my will. let my attention slip, and the com snuck one past me, but the days of that happening are over. Okay, maybe not. Maybe those days continue after all. But if we can get back into the game. Please? Hello? Okay, gee whiz. This shit takes a long time for no reason. Whew, okay. Should I be waiting longer to push the button? Am I pushing it too early? Who knows? I think I might be waiting too long. So let's try and push the button a little bit earlier this time. Okay, that time the ball went too fast for me to push early. Okay, we're pushing the ball early. That time I pushed it too early and the ball went out over the back. Yes, I've lost. There we go. Okay. So I think this is my last chance. I have to make a clean sweep, or else it's all over. But it's possible. As long as the computer just arbitrarily doesn't return serves, I can at least make it to the next game where I will lose. Because I will be the one serving, and I will not be able to score 3 points. Also, I've lost sound again, so this is... I'm going to hit pause. I'm going to see what's going on with these cables, because I believe this is simply a cable issue, not a game issue, and I want to give it a fair shake. So I'm going to wiggle all my cables around in the vain hope that one of them... Okay, well, that's made all the sound stop. Okay, here we go. Cool. I have reacquired audio. Now it is just like farty little... So it's not exactly going to change anything. But since I'm literally just pushing one button, it feels, you know, nice to have some form of control over what's going on. Make me feel like, you know, I'm actually interacting with the video game. And occasionally I will hold a direction on the D-pad, but the ball doesn't seem to go anywhere remotely close to the direction. I'm going to try and push the B button, see if it does anything. Nope, B button is useless. B button will not hit the ball. It's simply the A button. Maybe, and I'm holding out hope here, that the directional pad might have some sort of impact on where the ball flies, but I don't think so. I really don't think so. But we have the advantage. We can make a comeback. We've lost the advantage. A comeback is still possible. Deuce, yes, I'm aware. We have gained the advantage again. We've done it just like that. It's 4-5. Our game. It's our game to win. The crowd of trees. Sounds like it could be a passing breeze. Again, that rally, the ball just went faster than usual. No control. But, you know, it's would I call it gameplay? Not necessarily. Okay. perhaps this game is built with a sort of spiked type system where once you start performing well, the game's like, actually, all your balls go out now. Yeah, that one goes out. Yeah, that one goes out. That one goes out. And it has led to my ultimate defeat. Oh boy. 79 faults that time. So at least the numbers are going up. And we were close. We were close. Perhaps in our third encounter, we may defeat our enemy. Tennis. Ryu. One set match on easy. Is it even worth me pointing out that the opponent doesn't actually look like the character we chose to play against? Who had one defining characteristic, which was a red headband, which is not present. Hoo boy. Let's try holding down for every hit this time, just to see if it changes anything at all. Now, if I were to be thinking of making a tennis game myself, I might say down would either do a drop shot, which obviously there's not going to be any drop shots because there's no net play in this game, but maybe it would hit it, if not faster, then, closer to the front of the court, which I don't think is the case. But again, just trying to have some kind of control over what's happening. As I lose yet another game. Okay, that was on me. That was on me. Now, that one was not on me. That one, the ball just decided, go now. Once again, for reasons unbeknownst to me, the ball just flies off into the ether. Hoo boy. Okay, let's reassess. I think it was 5-0 in my last game, and I brought it back to 4. So being 2-0 down is nothing in tennis. It's an endurance game. If it was all decided by one game, there would only be one game, but it's first to 6. That time it didn't even give me the opportunity to hit the ball. That was weird. That one went out, I guess. But we still have a chance. Nope. The chance is being taken away from us. But deuce is not defeat. All we have to do is gain the advantage here. And then score one more point. That's all we need. Score a point. And boom. We're on the board. We are on the board. And now we're up. We're returning. So we can score some free points. Okay. This is looking nice. This could be where everything changes. And it is. Just like that. Just like that. I was 2-0 down, I was feeling bad, thinking, man, this tennis game is whipping my ass. I'm on easy mode, it's the first game of the night. But just like that, we're not only taking it back, We're in the lead. Try to get fancy with the serve there. No need for fancy play. Fancy play won't win us the game. Okay. But we do need to win the game. It would be really nice if we could win a point though. It would have been nice to have won a point, but I guess it's just not that kind of game. That was one of the fast rallies that round, for some reason. Don't know why. I don't seem to have that ability, but oh. Wait a minute, if this keeps going back and forth, he's going to hit 6 before I do. So at some point, I'm going to have to not only make a break point, but also win on my points. Which theoretically should be easier in the game of tennis. But since I don't seem to have any control over how far or hard or the direction in which I hit my serves. I mean, the same is true of like every shot I'm taking, basically. The only chance I have to win is that the easy level CPU just arbitrarily decides that it doesn't want to hit the ball. And that I don't arbitrarily hit the ball out. Okay. We're in the lead. We have a decisive advantage. We're getting ready to return. We could go to 5-3 right here. We just need to ride the momentum. It's a mental game. It's a game of endurance. It's a game of willpower, not brute power. Which kind of sucks for me because I'm using a brute force approach. Now that I mention it. But if they didn't want to min-max all my points into offense, they should have given me at least 2 options. But when all I can do is push the A button, I'm going to be pushing that A button as hard as often as I can. Did I lose? No, we were at deuce. But I'm about to take the advantage right here. Boom, just like that. Now I make the break point. Or not. Or maybe I don't make the break point, you know. And I apologize if you're watching this on a restream, where you will note that the video footage is delayed, but I don't give a fuck. Oh my god. I am crumbling apart. Okay, here we go. Okay. Let's get those spirits up. Let's get that tension up. Let's get this last game, win the set and the match. 1 point at a time. Well, I mean 15 points at a time. Until you reach a point where you get 10 points. That I've never really understood. Like, I don't know if there was some pre-tennis game where, you know, something would happen every 15, 30, and 40 points, or if they just decided that that would be the terminology. I mean, there must be something to it, but this is video tennis. See, like, did I have any hope there? Did I have any chance? No, it seems. I had no chance. But I'm still in the lead. And if I can get lucky on my returns, we could just pock them back. One shot, 1 point. One hit, 1 point. Every time. Every single time. Then it doesn't matter if he wins the game when I'm serving, because we'll be 5-all. And assuming this game doesn't have a tiebreaker. Please, God, don't let this game have a tiebreaker. But we're not going to need it. Oh! Oh, that was 6. Oh, I won. Huh. You know, huh. Well, I won. I was kind of hoping it would say, you know, you win. Or, you know, have any kind of, you know, fanfare, alternate graphics. Well, there you go. There's one right there. Look at that. The end. I won. I beat the game. I won tennis. Also known as super tennis. But that was easy mode, you know. Now we are going from Ryu to Ryu with his headband off, and he's got a tan. And he's happy about it. He's just come off holiday. He's been doing training. And he has increased his difficulty level by 1. I'm still playing 1. Oh my god, yes, he does look different. Doesn't look like what he's supposed to be, of course, but he is at least different. Okay, this is it's getting awfully familiar. Wait a minute. It's still possible. Oh, and I think I hit a fast serve there as well. Didn't help me. Because once the serves start going fast, then I have, like, absolutely no chance. But we're still in it. We're playing on normal difficulty. And we have not been completely annihilated just yet. I mean, we lost the first game. But we were down 0-2 when we beat Ryu. So being down 0-1 is nothing. Doesn't faze me at all. In fact, I'm going to sit back. I'm going to relax. And we're going to play a nice, refreshing, spirited game of tennis. And we're going to hit the points as they come. Knock the ball. I mean, I would say into the opponent's side of the court, but I don't have control over that. But it seems like even on normal difficulty, the computer still has trouble returning serves. So as long as I can get 2 break points now, I believe is what I would need. Again, there, I could see as the game was playing, the ball was getting closer and closer to the left side. And there was just nothing I could do to stop it. Although, to be fair, I have stopped trying. But The thing about trying is, if you hold the left position on the directional pad, and the ball neither goes more to the left or to the right than on any other swing, is it really worth it to continue to attempt to hold left or right or up or down when there is no visible effect? I mean, I guess it's kind of like when you're playing a driving game and you steer into it, you know? It doesn't do anything, but it gets you mentally more invested. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mentally invest myself in this tennis game by holding the directional pad in the direction that I want the ball to go. And whether that is actually a game mechanic, which I just doesn't seem to activate half the time, or if it's simply a mental thing, I will trust in my own ability and use that trick in order to score points and win against my opponent. And would you look at that? Your game. This is my game. I am tennis. Some call me super tennis. You know, I'm starting to think I might actually be super tennis. And then I go and spoil it all by holding right on the D-pad, and the ball doesn't go any further to the right than usual. Not sure that will catch on as a pop hit. But... Okay. We have the lead. We are halfway to victory. I'm not too worried about losing points on the break, because that's how I get all my wins. So why shouldn't the computer get them as well? What happened there? What the fuck is going on there? Not sure if that will come across in the live stream, but it seemed like there was a little bit of teleportation going on there. The rules of reality and physics were being adjusted to ensure that the computer returned the ball and I was unable to. But being down one game is absolutely fine. But hoo-wee. Because now it's my turn to win. Oh, shit. Okay. I wasn't paying attention there. That was my bad. I appear to have lost that game in the most favourable position of being returning the serve without scoring a single point. In unique ways as well. Sometimes my ball hit the net, sometimes it went out of bounds. One time I just wasn't looking at the TV screen. But nonetheless, I swear I didn't have to adjust my earpiece this much last time. Because, you know, it's so important that I see, like, what? Why I just had... Alright. The negativity is returning. We will dispel it with a swift victory. Oh, okay, or I'll hit the ball out. That's also a possibility. Okay. So it's what, 5-3 now? Is that correct? 4-3? 4-3, I believe. But that's fine, because I've always played better when I was chasing. It's always been about chasing. When I beat the easy computer, I was down 2-0. And I made it all the way back. And won the whole damn thing. Now there's only one game difference. He approached the net. Holy shit. Something just happened there that I do not like the look of. Why is he playing at the net now? Techniques are being utilized. I wonder if I just like push the button as soon can I get it to... Okay, maybe let's not experiment. Seeing if I can, you know, push the button as soon as he hits it over the net to get a smash when we're 4-4. In fact, on breakpoint I might as well, actually, because this game is pretty much already lost. And in fact, it has been lost. Not because I was trying anything wacky, but I thought I could push the A button and it would make my player character return the ball. But instead he just hit it out. That appears to be a recurring theme. That time it hit the net. Oh. With that, what was once a close game has slipped away. How and why? I have no idea. How and why was it that close to begin with? I don't know. I wasn't really interacting with the game. I was just, you know, pushing a single button. But, you know, that happens sometimes. Sometimes you don't always win the game. And that's something that I think a lot of game players today, they expect to win. They expect to win it all without trying. But let's switch up opponent. Grab a little drink of water, like in tennis. Oh, wait a minute. There's something going on here. Oh, shit. Well, this is a demo. And once again, the demo is just going to double fault, is it? Because they didn't actually program any demo data in. What a game. Anywho, you may have already noticed yourself. Ooh. Difficulty. I mean, that might be enough just to shut the game off right there, you know? Difficulty. Okay. I can feel my enthusiasm to strive for victory slipping away as the inevitability of defeat becomes ever more apparent. Okay. timing-based game. If the ball is heading towards the left, wait a long time before you hit the A button, and your character will return it back towards the right. That is what I'm choosing to believe. Now I will implement that strategy, and that will change everything. Okay, I didn't implement the strategy there, that was my fault. Tennis is a fast-paced game. You need the reactions to know where the ball is going, and the skill, and the timing to put it where you want, which sometimes just goes straight into the net, and you can't do anything about that. Sometimes physics, as far as laws which determine the force and velocity of an object in motion, are subject to sporadic, irrational, some might say unscientific adjustments. Now, just because we're down 2-0 doesn't mean we can't win. This has been proven in our last game. Not our last game. Our last game we got smashed. In our last winning game, we were down big time. This exact situation. 0 games won, 2 games lost. Now that time I tried to wait to make my return, and I waited too long, and the ball sailed past. So either there are 1, maybe 2 frames where it's possible to actually hit the ball, or it's not possible to hit the ball. And in developing a tennis game that operates on a single button, they have opened so much up to chance. Not even chance. No chance. 0 chance to succeed. And then sometimes, by the same token, sometimes you just win. It's not happened yet. Sometimes the computer can hit the ball super fast and hard. Now, what is he doing? Is he holding down on the D-pad? No, because I tried that, nothing happens. Is he holding up, left, or down, side, right? Nope, because that doesn't have any effect either. Is he pushing the B button? I would doubt so. Maybe. Now, maybe. This is something I had not considered. But this is not entirely unheard of for a tennis game either. Maybe it's the length of time you keep the button held down. Now, it doesn't seem like it, since I just lost 2 points in a row holding the button down for as long as, possible. But now that I'm 0-4, any kind of possible explanation for how this game could possibly be so bad, and how I might be able to salvage something out of it, besides frustration and disappointment, I will take it. And perhaps the game can hear me voice these complaints, and it decides to give me a couple pity points. To give me the illusion that I am involved in the gameplay when I am in fact not. But never too many. Sure, it'll let me get up to game point, but it'll keep me on my toes. It'll snatch victory away. Deuce is not a loss. Deuce is not defeat. I will gain the advantage through supreme player skill. I will regain a neutral state of deuce through supreme player skill. we go. I always knew I could. I always believed I would. Now I will gain the advantage. Tennis is a mental game. It's all about maintaining a winning mindset. So it would seem that in actuality, neither holding a direction on the D-pad nor waiting a certain period of time to hit the ball, nor holding the button for a certain period of time has any effect on the trajectory of the ball whatsoever. And thank God we are also an hour into the stream, and I have won one game, that is to say one match, against an opponent on easy difficulty. I have lost to that same easy level opponent about 4 times, I think. And now on medium difficulty, I have yet to even take a game, I think. And this will be no exception. I have been trying various strategies because these games have no instructions, obviously. But every possible way, I think, that you might be able to influence the outcome of a tennis game in video format has proved ineffective. So now, why does this goddamn earbud keep falling out of my ear? It's because it's an in-ear earphone. I hate those. So, we've exhausted the human opponents, except for if you count Shadow as a human. So now we're going for the panda. And we will set our difficulty to hard. Not because we expect to have any chance, a panda is several times stronger than a human, but to see how high does the mountain go. How difficultly can this game get? I do appreciate the panda's little readiness jig. And we're already in the lead. Now wait a minute. Could there have been some sort of mix-up in the coding? No. Could hard mode in fact be medium, and medium was hard? Doesn't seem likely, because I keep hitting the net for some reason now. But maybe if I just have that futile hope that holding the up position on the D-pad might make the ball sail higher, I can at least get the deuce. And now that I'm in the deuce position, I could drop a deuce. By which I mean hit the net, same as always. Let's just keep that up held the whole time, just in case. Didn't help. That panda is very pleased with himself. They fist pump the air. I'm sure they feel very good about themselves, being a hard level opponent, destroying what is, I would classify myself as very easy. Okay. So perhaps my earlier success was a fluke. Nope. Well, yes, obviously. Obviously, yes. But no more so than any other point I've scored in my entire time playing this game. Now, can I tie it up? Can we, in fact, go the distance? with a hard level CPU that is not even human. I'm not even playing against a human right now. And truth be told, when it comes to dexterity or strength, certainly a sport that combines the two in such an enjoyable manner as tennis, there are few mammals which do not have humanity beat in at least one of those two categories. Obviously, if you were to consider a primate, or indeed a bear, an ursine species, they would have the strength advantage, certainly. Whereas, critters would have the dexterity advantage. But the beautiful thing about humans is that despite not being the strongest or the fastest of the creatures in the animal kingdom, we have access, exclusive access, to the A button, which allows us to make the ball move, not necessarily into the opponent's side of the court, not necessarily even over the net, but we have a single point of interaction in this game of forest animal tennis. And that is enough to sometimes score a point. Never a game, though. Never a match. Never any true victory. But at least in our defeat, we are in a forest. And it is the only place where you can play tennis. There are no spectators. The sound that plays after each point could be the roaring of a crowd, or it could just be a gentle breeze coming in through the leaves. Now, I believe this is another case of the computer trying to keep me from perhaps destroying the entire game console by allowing me to get close to scoring a game-winning point. It would never allow such a thing, of course. My self-esteem would rise to the point where I don't need to play this shitty video game. But so too is it attempting to stop me from shutting it off. Perhaps taking a hammer to it. And tennis is, after all, a game of perseverance, willpower and determination. And when you take 4 losses in a row, 1 win seems like a million. And perhaps, just maybe, we can go from 1 game point to 2. And this reminds one of the glorious times, the before times, when we were down 2-0 against the easy level opponent and managed to bring it back to win the entire match 6-5. I think. Was it 6-4? I won in any case. That's what I'm trying to say. And we can win again. I mean, potentially. It's not seeming very likely. And I'm not doing anything different to score these winning points than I have been to score the losing points. But by maintaining PMA, there is always a chance. Even when there is. I appreciate the good use of your own emote there, Leo. That is the time to use it. And that is also how I feel when playing this game. Oh, thankfully, it will soon be over. See, that time, it was like a perfect return. It went in the right direction, for one. And it went over the net. And it went by with speed such that the computer could not return it. But I didn't do a single thing different. So this is not really the type of game that you can get good at. It's not the kind of game you can win. It's not the kind of game you can enjoy or have fun with. But maybe, just maybe, if I can gain the advantage and then score again and bring the score to 3-5 and then win 3 straight games in a row, we can defeat a hard level, the hardest level there is. There are only 3 difficulty modes. We can beat the game's ultimate opponent, as far as I'm concerned. Panda is obviously going to be better than a human. Because this panda clearly has no problem with movement. He knows the rules of the game. He knows enough about what's at stake to scuff the floor with his foot when it fails to return a shot. And there's no reason to believe that this panda isn't putting as much into the game as I am, which is everything. Okay. See, there I was thinking maybe I want to hit the ball faster, push the button quicker to stop the ball from flying off to the incorrect side, but instead it just hit over the side. See, my problem there was thinking maybe if I do this, something might change in the outcome, which of course was not the case. Back to tennis. So Panda has us beat with the power. Now we take on a more dexterous opponent. We will set our difficulty to hard, because if I'm going to be winning or losing, it might as well be with the highest possible stakes. Obviously short games, because I don't have all fucking day. Whoa, now. I don't know what's going on with that creature. But I was expecting to face a small rabbit. Oh my god, I've made a mistake. I have entered into a tennis realm, the likes of which I cannot fully comprehend. This fucker doesn't even have a racket. Very cheerful with the victory. I appreciate it. Good. Zany wave. But come on now. All the props I gave the panda for knowing the rules, respecting the tradition of tennis. And this rabbit is just smacking it with his hands. Hello, GB. How are you doing today? I didn't even ask Leo that. How are you doing, Leo? Bad streamer etiquette. I apologize. Meh. Good. Yep. Meh is good, as far as I'm concerned. I, for one, has been falling into despair, trying to take even a single game off of this so-called super tennis. But there's always a chance, because no matter what difficulty mode, the computer seems to have trouble returning its own serves. But this is the rabbit, who appears to have supreme speed. So perhaps even that one tiny little slither of hope I had can be dashed most quickly. Unless I make this point right now. I failed to make the point. So now we enter into a deuce type situation, which shall prolong our suffering and defeat. But that's that negative type thinking again. And we need positivity. And we need to convert that positivity into accurate, well-timed presses of the A button that make the ball go into their court without going into a space on the court where they can reach to return the ball. That is what will grant us victory. Not in hitting the ball and it goes out, or refusing to hit the ball in any case. The first step is to hit the ball. Only once that is done can we begin to hit the ball into the court. And then finally, once that level has been achieved, we need to hit the ball into a space on the court where the opposing player cannot return the ball into our side of the court in a legal zone. If we can put all that together, we have a shot. But it is becoming increasingly more apparent that is not going to happen. Looked like that one was going in. Oh boy. But the great thing about having such a shitty control scheme is I can take a sip of water and keep playing. Okay, sometimes the game is just like, nah, we're not even going to entertain the possibility that you might have a chance. But then I go and do something like that. A perfectly timed shot that just paints the line and gets us into a do situation. And well, wait a minute. Wait a second now. This could be the beginning of a comeback of the century. If we can get a point here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Everybody calm down. We just tied the game up 2-all. It's our game now. We're going to hit a nice fat low serve to put the ball into a high speed position. And hope that the computer decides that it can't return it. Oops. Nice and far off to the side, nice and low. Didn't make a damn bit of difference. Didn't make a damn bit of difference. I think what happened there was a small facsimile of success led us to erroneously believe that we were contributing to that success, when in fact it was Scott Pilgrim on the movie poster. The movie poster? I think I know what you're talking about. Oh, okay, okay. I must say, I do like that rabbit's little arms crossed shimmy. But wait a minute. This can't be happening, can it? Oh. Yeah, that was... yeah. Of course. I allowed myself to believe that I could have won. And that is what caused my defeat. Not the randomness of the game that I'm playing, but the belief that it wasn't random. Hey, he approached the net. Sometimes they approach the net. Doesn't seem to do anything. Happens once every 2 matches. But I do like the little tease that there might be like a real tennis game in here somewhere. That time, the exact same tactic I've been trying, which before had caused the ball to fly to the right side of the screen, that time sent it all the way to the left. And straight into the net, naturally. So even the quote-unquote strategy I've employed is subject to change at random. Now, are we getting better at the game? No. Rule that. Strike that from your thought process immediately. Are we improving our chances of winning? Are we getting closer to victory? No. I've been in this position far too many times to fall for the classic trick of giving us a pity point. But are we extending the length of time that we must suffer playing this crappy game by drawing the games out? So instead of losing 6-0, we lose 6-3, maybe even 6-4. That seems to be what's happening. And it would be extremely foolish of me to dare to dream that we might go 5-6 or even 6-5. And it is a dread fear I have in the heart of me that we go 5-5 into a tiebreaker situation. And we have to invest some legitimate emotion into the possibility that we might defeat a hard level computer opponent that is also a rabbit. Oops. I mean, it has no music, it barely has sound effects. Music is a rare luxury on this 220 games in one thing so far. I think Prehistoric Man was the only game to feature continuous music, and even that was only for the first 2 levels, and then it just stopped, and level 3 didn't have any music. Oh! The computer hit a fastball there somehow. I had not considered the possibility that we may be caught in an endless deuce rally, which is a fate worse than all the previously theorized ones. About, going to a tiebreaker, maybe getting up to 5 points, 40 points, and just having it all snatched away. But the worst possible fate out of all of them was just going back and forth, gain advantage, lose advantage, return to neutral. And against my best judgment, I am actually trying to, win. Using what extremely limited tools I have available to me still. But I'm actually timing the serve, trying to hit the ball nice and low, which seems to give it a speed boost. I'm not sure if those ocean sounds are an imagined crowd, not seen, or just the wind blowing gently through the trees. Okay, okay. Maintain a calm state of mind. Get just invested enough to actually try and aim your shots, even though I have no bearing on where the ball goes. Case in point, exact same sequence of inputs. Hits the ball to the right, he doesn't return it. Hits the ball to the left, he doesn't return it. Hits the ball into the net. Not trying anything different. Oops. Okay, that one was on me. Whew, okay. Mental toughness. Fortitude. Good lord. Okay, it's over. It's over. I mean, there's still one more game to play, but at least that dreadful rally is over. And then, just like that, for no reason at all, we reach the showdown. One final chance to maybe, if you dare to believe such a thing is possible, defeat a hard-ranked CPU opponent that is also a rabbit. Thankfully, it is a tremendous weight lifted off of my shoulders that is not going to happen. And yet the game just gives me a tiny little bit of hope, trying to get me invested, trying to get me drawn back into another endless deuce rally, so that it will be crushing to my soul when I inevitably lose, because I pushed the A button 2 frames out of 30 too late. Oh my god, it's not over. What the fuck? I thought it was first to 6 wins. Oh, but now we're in the tiebreaker, so I have to beat him. Okay, yeah. Very sneaky game. They got me. They did get me. I was thinking I was so aloof. You know, just casually beat the game. Not even really trying. Just, just push the button, talk about some nonsense, and oh, in the background, if you notice, I actually beat the hard level computer, but nope. And of course, the CPU became a service beast for no reason, dragging us back into another endless deuce until I finally, more than anything else, desire victory. And that's when it snatches it away. Not today, rabbit. Just win. Just win the motherfuckers. I've been playing for over an hour now, this one tennis game. I've won one game! And it's over. Okay. I guess it's technically 6-all now, so it's not over, but my enthusiasm has certainly reached an all-time low. And it's only out of obligation to the time I've wasted spending playing this game that I am going to actually wait for my serves to get into what I'm foolishly telling myself is the optimal position, despite it having no greater success rate for getting points than anything previously, and also having a wild variance in what happens when I push the button. Okay, we're in the lead. I assume we need to gain a 1-game head start over our opponent in order to claim absolute victory. So this could go on forever. Wouldn't that be fun? And this entire live stream could be this one game. And here I was thinking we might clear the first page in this stream. But no, the computer's decided that it would not like me to return any serves this time, so it's just not going to let that happen. Is that it? Was that all the points? Yep. Back to 7-7. Gee whiz. So not only do I have to win 2 in a row, I also have to lose 2 in a row. Which I would be glad to see happen at this point. But I'm not going to give it to them that easy. They're going to have to cheat like a motherfucker in order to defeat me. Excuse me, right. Whew, excuse me. Oops. Sure thing, game. Whatever you say. Now you might be thinking, Phil, why not just tank it, move on. I'm not doing that. I'm here to play 220 plug and play my arcade games in one. And if that means I have a bad time, That means I go 7 games to 8 with a giant rabbit playing tennis. Then, gosh darn it, I'm going to go 8 games to 8. Oh, just when I think I might be actually playing the game, getting the expert timing, seeing the angles of approach, the ball just goes in a direction that I couldn't even begin to imagine. If you would have frozen time right at the moment that I pushed the A button and asked me, where do you think the ball is going to go? I would not guess the direction in which it actually went. But if this rabbit thinks I'm just going to lie down and accept defeat, then he is making rabbit noise up the wrong tree. What would you call a rabbit noise? Like a yip 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 yip. No, bad. Of course, it doesn't help my trying to come up with a rabbit noise that I haven't actually seen a rabbit in real life in many years. Much less gotten right up to one and listened to it make a noise. That one went out. Again. Acting confused. When I should know better. Sometimes it's just gonna go out. Most times it's just gonna go out. Sometimes you're going to push the button and it's not even going to attempt to return the ball. But we've reached double digits in games. Those extra zeros weren't just for show. They were actually programmed into the game. Which is more than I would have expected. Oh, the torture of the computer being bad, returning serves, or returning shots from its serve. Just imagine if you could hold the D-pad and angle the ball to the left or right. It'd be over like that. Oh boy, I serve the ball 0-40. They serve the ball 0-40. And I remember those days back in my halcyon youth when I seemed so full of life. And in my childhood naivete, I truly believed that the first player to reach 6 games would be declared the winner. How long ago were those days? How many years, decades, dare I say centuries has it been since I managed to beat Headband Guy on easy mode? Oh boy. Oh, computer scored a point on his own service. There is light at the end of the tunnel yet. Good lord. Could it be happening? Could it long last? Okay, maybe not. That one didn't even look like it was going to be difficult to return, but I guess the computer is trying to keep this game from getting smashed. Doesn't want to lose, obviously. The rabbit has too much pride to allow itself to be defeated. But the game must continue. And I remember, I think it was in the 6th, maybe 7th century BC it was, when we were 4-4 games won, and we got into a seemingly endless back and forth rally of deuce. And did I win or lose? Depending on which translation of the ancient text you read, the outcome goes either way. And could this be the writing of a new tome? A new gospel of deuce? Games 11-12? And what comes after this, now that games are 12-12? The prophecy states that I will lose my own service, bringing the games to 12-13. And then I will return ace the computer 4 times in a row, making it 13-13. have no reason to doubt that prophecy. Hey, now this is a tennis match of biblical proportions. This is man versus beast. The ultimate showdown. And this is not taking place on the tennis court. This is not a sporting match. This is man versus nature. This is the last attempt for nature to reclaim any semblance of sovereignty over the reign of humans who have already started chopping down trees. We've knocked the branches off these ones just to have the clear space to play a tennis game. We haven't managed to completely convey the rules. You know, the rabbit is just going there barefoot. Bare hand. We could be playing handball. Aside from the fact that the game is called tennis. Super tennis on the main menu screen, but tennis on the title screen of this particular game. But I don't see any tennis rackets. There's not even reason to believe that we ourselves, the first person player character, is human. And in fact, how could a human sustain this level of tennis for this long? You need animalistic endurance. You need the speed of the rabbit, the strength of the panda bear, who, if you remember from the ancient records salvaged from the Library of Alexandria, was our previous opponent. And the computer there hit me with a fast return. If I tried to do that, it would fly off way out of control. But that shows to me that the computer wants to win, needs to win, and has done. But does it have what it takes to serve the ball to a position where I can't just hit it on the other side of the court and win instantly? No. No, it does not. Now, if this rabbit thinks he's going to get me beat from a lack of hydration, going to tire me out. I mean, I swear before, I was getting at least some points on my own service, right? It wasn't literally just, I serve 0-40, they serve 40-0. all I can pray now is that I don't return his serves with such deadly accuracy. But I'm just too damn good. Okay. It may be worth trying a different angle from the service. Can we go even further to the right, maybe? Can we? I just need to find the secret source that will bring this horrible, horrible ride to an end. Because we are right now on Mr. Bun's wild ride. And I want off. Fuck this game. Oh my god, we coming up close to... It can't be 2 hours, can it? I mean, I'm going to take a look at that time recorded. Yep. We are almost. I mean, there was a bit of preamble. So I say we're probably 10 minutes away from having played this game for 2 hours. Probably half of which has been as one match, to be fair. And it shows no signs of stopping. Can't lose when they serve. Can't win when I serve. I love how completely random it is. You can't even begin to try and develop a strategy. Because it just doesn't matter. When you push the button, doesn't matter. Where the ball is when you push the button, doesn't matter. It is just going to go where it wants. And it wants to go in the direction that keeps the game going for as long as possible. But hey, would you look at that? I actually managed to win a game on my service, and it only took 17 fucking attempts. Now here's where I don't win on the rabbit service, and it means nothing. Oh boy. your game. Is it my game? Please. It's my game. 7-6. Yeah, right. They weren't prepared for that. They weren't prepared for 17-16. But I was. You didn't think I'd go all the way, did you? You didn't think I'd keep playing this game where you literally press one button for an hour and 50 minutes? 17-16. Fuck you, rabbit. I win. That was hard mode. I beat this game. And now just for fun, we're going to see what's up with the shadow. But I don't give a fuck. I just want to see this sprite just to make sure that it is just a shadow. Oh, it's not just a shadow. That's fun. That's even better than shadow. I was expecting to just be the default sprite, but completely black. But no, it's like the Invisible Man. That's fun. Why am I still playing this game? Fucking get rid of it. Get rid of the shit. Get rid of that motherfucking shit. Oh boy. Oh boy. Now I'm coming up on just about 2 hours of streaming. Do I want to go for another hour? Try speed challenge? Could it be a real game with actual levels that takes a lot of investment to beat? Could it be some troll thing that's like 10 minutes worth of content? But do I even want to risk it, or do I just want to say I played Super Tennis, I beat Super Tennis, thanks for watching, because I feel drained emotionally, physically, spiritually. I'm done. I'm not gonna beat the freaking the bunny rabbit experience. Mr. Bun's Wild Ride. I'm done. So 221 in 1. Session 1, we beat 3 games. Session 2, we beat 1 game. And it took a long time. But we got 2, count 'em, 2 victories in the game of video tennis. One was on easy mode, one was on hard mode. They were both on the shortest time length possible. And I'm not even going to think about it anymore. I'm done. It's all over now. It's all over now.